Godzilla anime Netflix trilogy. Oh boy, talk about tedious wank. These movies, by a country mile, are the most boring Godzilla movies that I've watched for this road to. To be perfectly honest, I would much rather much rather watch Zilla again. At least that was bad in a look at that, that's really bad kind of sense. I can't remember much about any of these three movies. And so I would much rather watch a really bad Godzilla movie than these ones. At least that movie gave a reaction out of me. Really, Godzilla in anime form should be a slam dunk, but this was just not it. Across these three movies, it basically tells the story of the last remnants of humanity who have to leave Earth after the last summer of the 20th century when basically Godzilla Final Wars does not go the way of humanity. Basically, the monsters destroy everything on the planet. Not even a civilization from outer space can stop these monsters. And so the last remnants of humanity abandon Earth. And so, several thousand years later, they return, only to find that Godzilla and his ilk have taken over the world. And if that plot sounds eerily familiar to you, that's pretty much the plot of After Earth. I mean, think about it for a second. After Earth, the main plot about that is that the human race has to leave Earth because it was like the Earth basically became polluted and then basically invaded by these aliens who prey on fear. And so they had to leave and basically colonize another planet, only for Will and Jaden Smith to crash land back on Earth about 10,000 years later, only to fight off a ton of monsters. Toho, of all the movies to rip off, you choose After Earth.
Come on, man, that's garbage.
I don't want to sound overly harsh here because the best part of these movies by a lot is the animation. Some of it is not super great, but the rest of it is genuinely really good. Like it looks genuinely impressive. The anime version of Godzilla, when he's doing stuff, is actually pretty good as well. The rest of these movies are just a whole lot of nothing. And really, on paper, there is some things going on here. The humans and the aliens trying to get along. There's this one human named Hakuo, I believe is his name, whose parents got torched by Godzilla's nuclear breath on the day that he was leaving the Earth. So he basically has a Mandy Patinkin from Princess Bride-esque vendetta against Godzilla. Hello, Godzilla, my name is Hakuyo. You killed my parents. Prepare to die. That could have been interesting, but it was never capitalized on. Not even seeing an Earth controlled by monsters was that interesting. It was gray and dark. It kind of looked like the Darklands from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, or like insert name of haunted forest here. I can't outright hate these movies because there was a lot of effort put forth into the animation, but these are all very forgettable. This is not essential viewing for Godzilla fans. Like, watch the first one. That's at least interesting in bursts, but the rest of them, just kind of nothing. But as we close out the road to Godzilla X Kong next week, we will kick things back off on Monday. We're so close. We'll kick things back on Monday with Godzilla King of the Monsters.